Okay. Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering. Wow. We're gonna do this one. I'm gonna try this deck. Could be an L, could be a W. It's gonna look like an L. A big fat L. But that's okay. Ooh, ooh. Alright, do that. Oh man. Oh damn. Get rid of that. Hmm. Do that. Cool, that's gone. Always worried about the planeswalker. Alright, beautiful. Don't know what he's gonna do. Oh, damn it. Huh? Thought they would. Are they indestructible or something? Oh, first strike. Okay. Damn. The fuck? There must be a reason. Okay. LLL. Wins. Still get sad. Awesome victory. Ooh, nice. Play that next. That, then that, then that. Good hand. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ooh, based. Yes, the Legend of OG GNU. How are you doing? I'm pretty good. How are you? Just wanted to play some chill Magic the Gathering. No tell. Just pure enjoyment.
If you are as old as...
Man, this guy's taking a minute. Is it GNU if I'm not using GNU utils? Thanks, man. Learning a lot from you, actually. The podcasts are very good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just my ramblings, though. I need a place to yell into the void. I also, in my spare time, I read a lot of. I like to listen to like everyone in the perspective of privacy and security, and that's how I form my opinions. And I think it's good. Like Josh from Side of Burritos I like his podcast platform. It accepts Monero. It's anonymous. He has really good response time. The pricing is good. Hello. What's up, man? So, if he, and this isn't to like glaze him or anything, if Josh from Side of Burritos didn't make Yellow Ball, I probably would have never done it. Because I think it is... No. So I just come up with ideas. I try to do weekly or bi-weekly, but my schedule is just fucked with it. Because the break that I did do, it was mainly... There was a reason. I had a mini break and I was like, oh, I'll go back to it. I do like doing it because it's less editing and thinking. I don't even edit my videos. What am I saying? It's less editing and more of like me reading and doing research, which is kind of fun. I don't like editing. It's a very boring thing to do. It's very boring. I don't really enjoy it. I don't know how people enjoy it either, actually. I guess like low effort it's lower effort than my videos, more or less. Okay, he gave up. Which I don't know. I'm more in favor for low effort, not low effort, but low editing, because that's like the YouTube I grew up on. It was like just jump cuts and that's it. And it's cool, like whatever, you got like $1 million corporations now making YouTube like channels. I don't know, it's just YouTube's kind of like a cesspool. It's like a cesspool, and that's why like I don't complain about views. I don't complain about doing this quote unquote for free. Because I think that it's, I don't put as much effort as I think that like other YouTubers are doing, and I don't like ads. So why would I monetize on YouTube? Why would I do like ad monetization? It would be pretty stupid. I'm more of like the value for value. If you get value, you know, I don't necessarily also like affiliate links because I know that they have a fat amount of tracking in it. So like you got to be careful who you share your affiliate links with. YouTube's just kind of a funny place right now. Like the podcast is kind of like this, where I get a lot more I get a million times more freedom of thinking. Like I don't have to, I mean, I don't script anything anyways, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's even less scripted. Like I do like research, and I'll have maybe some keynotes so I can keep track of where my head is and what I've talked about. And I try to do everything in one take. I don't like re-recording anything. It's kind of like I like doing shorts. Shorts is quick, to the point. I don't gotta think, no editing. Or I like just like yelling into the void. But that's like my thought process generally on it. I'd rather, I guess, I don't know, enjoy doing it than have to worry about the algorithm and worry about XYZ. You know what I mean? There's some YouTubers that I think that they take on so much financial like responsibility, like debt, like people, like so many people they gotta employ and stuff like that. And it's just, it sounds like, I think someone's even said like a lot of YouTubers scale out way too fast. Damn, bro. They scale so fast that they're kind of forced to make somewhat immoral decisions in terms of financing. They'll take any sponsor. My thing is, I don't like ads. Sponsors, I like them a little bit less. Sponsors on YouTube are a fucking sinkhole right now, because people just take them and don't think about it, and then they're like, what's right now? Ground news is like, I've seen ground news everywhere. I'm just waiting for it to come out. Like ground news is like ran by, you know, a bunch of schizophrenic pedo rings. Because we had establishment titles, we had so many things, you know what I mean? We've had so many really shitty sponsors on YouTube. Like really bad ones. And people just take them, and because they take them without doing any research, you don't know what the fuck you're getting your money from. And that's my main concern, is like, you are responsible. You're telling me you don't think about like where you're like, who's paying you. That's kind of crazy to me. Especially you just get an email and you're like, yeah, there was a YouTuber that talks about this. He got a sponsorship from a VPN company when he was at like 10,000 ish. He wasn't even that big. He was less. He was like only a few thousand, I think, subscribers. And they offered him like a lot of money. Your content has really good sense of humor, in my opinion. I don't find your uploads to be long duration to listen to for me. I like the long streams. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like conflicted about time. But he's like, they offered him like, I think he said like 10 grand to do like a very specific ad read. That's a lot to turn down. He turned it down. You know, respect on that one. That's probably why I don't put my email. I don't put my email in. I don't want to get shit like that. Like I don't mind. I don't mind talking to like my subscribers, especially that's where I get a lot of my information from, and I find new stuff. I like it because I'm able to formulate idea. Like I came across certain specific stuff because of the community that I'm interacted with. Like that's how I found this company called NIM, like NIM VPN, who looks really fucking shady. And then I came across just other products that just look like shady, and I'm like, this is great. Or like shit that I'm just like, this is awesome. Like I'm glad I found this. I'm glad this exists. Like, or I found out about the light phone, which is $800 and runs fucking SMS, which is retarded. So like, I get what, like, if you're a small creator and you want to do this for a living, it'd be hard to turn down that money. But I think that also, just because you want to do something and because you want money, you should also do the research into the company. Like if there's no conflict of interest, like if a peanut butter company was like, hey, we want you to sponsor our jars of nuts, I don't think that's a conflict of interest, because that's not what like my channel is really focused on. I think when you're it's worse when you're educated about something. Like you're very like if you're in cybersecurity and you've been doing it for a long time and you have VPN sponsorships and you know they're fucking not a silver bullet and half dog shit, like, and you're just transferring the trust, you are a terrible person. Because you're willingly taking money from a company and you're willingly putting stuff onto people that you know is kind of like a ha-ha. Okay. And it kind of sucks too, because I think people listen to, I think we're in the parasocial era of YouTube, where we're taking a lot of people's a lot of content creators' opinion, and that's fine to like look up to them and be like, hey, you know, like, hey, I look up to you, so like I take your opinion. I mean, we are a very parasocial society right now because of the internet. Like we're very connected, and people have created bonds with like YouTubers and shit. And I don't think that's really necessarily a good thing in the hindsight of you, because now you can't formulate your own opinions, and you won't criticize them. Like you'll defend them. Like I've met real people that defend people they've never met before. If you would have told me this like 15 years ago, I'd been like, you're fucking insane. Like you're an insane person. If you would have been like, people are defending people online, like there are people in the YouTube space that I do not care for. I mean, that's always been the case kind of in general. And it's not like a hate thing. It's just I don't care for them or their content, and that's completely fine. And there's people that I like, and if people don't like them, I don't fucking think like they're a terrible person for not liking them. Like if you don't like PewDiePie, I'm like, all right, why? I'm like, valid, okay. You know, I don't see why you don't like them. You know, like there's like a lot of people like the Linux Experiment, and it's no hate, but I don't like listening to him. He's just kind of like boring. Maybe it's just the way he presents stuff, and he's just kind of like a boring person. I don't think he's bad, and I'm glad he's like spreading like Foss. I don't know the person, but his content is just boring to me, and that's fine. Like, you know, it's there's nothing wrong with that. If whatever helps make you your bag, you know, I'm all for it if you are working hard to make it better for you. Like, I don't get I don't get the love for Dream, like truly. Hell yeah. How long do you reckon it took you to establish strong security practices and privacy know-how? You don't. I mean, there's no time frame. You have to be able to adapt. Like, you have to be able to evolve. If you don't evolve, then you fundamentally will never, you'll never get there. It's because I think people ask the wrong question, kind of. It'd be like, how long would it take you to, because like the second you think you become knowledge about something, you're wrong. Like, you know, 5 months later. Like, it's security and privacy shifts consistently, and because it shifts consistently, there's no one solution for all. That's why all these people that are giving these bulletproof solutions and giving these bulletproof solutions, they're kind of selling you a pipe dream, because you there's no way in the universe it's going to be the same 5 months from now. It might be a completely different landscape. And we used to, I mean, there was a period of time where, so there's a thing that people think. Boom. People for a long time used to think that our microphones are listening to us. And then as you go through and actually read and try to understand how everything works, there's little to no evidence that this is the case or even possible. Yeah, sorry, I should rephrase my question. I was asking about learning curve in your experience. Oh, since you're advanced users. No, I'm not an advanced user. I'm pretty retarded. I put myself, I mean, I'm learning like everyone else. A lot of the stuff that I'm teaching, I'm either learning or I just learned. And I'm pretty, I have a high level of brain. I'm pretty retarded because I'm like sitting there thinking how do I do this? How do I get this? Like, and then I just read through documentation. I read through forums. I ask questions. I watch videos. It's going to be different for everyone. Some people just capture shit like very quick. Gotta stretch it. Like some people pick up stuff really quick. I just like I had a laptop, couldn't run Windows. I went from Windows to installing Linux because it was just a form that led me to that. And then I just distro hopped for a very long time, and I learned like somewhat different, like what software do I use the most. I don't use a ton of software, so like people are like, bro, how have you used Linux for so long and you don't know how to do this? It's because I'm a very minimalist when it comes to like my software. Like I don't use a lot on my PC, I don't use a lot on my laptop, so there's a lot of commands and stuff that I don't need to go through. Like I don't need a fucking tiling willing manager. I don't need to go through like certain files efficiently. I barely ever had to use grep. You know what I mean? And grep's a powerful tool. Look, there's some of these tools that are super powerful, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I have no use for it. Kind of like Vim. I have no use to touch Vim. I don't understand the Vim love, even. Like, I genuinely do not understand why people prefer certain text editors. They say it's a power user thing. Okay, that's fine. Like, I get it. But when I'm using my text editor, I'm like, I'm using it just to do something. And that's it. And be quick, and Vim's always been quick and efficient. Micro editor is my favorite. Yeah, and I think that's great. I mean, like, I've never used I like Nano. I touched. There's the one that someone told me about that I want to check out. It's like NeoVim for lazy people, he said. Which seems cool. And if it is cool, then it's like NeoVim, but it's Rust. It's Rust. It's written in Rust. There we go. Do you have any opinions on Zig? I think Zig is cool. I looked at it prior to like. I looked at it at one point when I wanted to learn something very C-like. And I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's supposed to be like Rust in terms of, but it's like gives you more granular control. Which I think to a certain degree, you could argue that people should know how to make memory safe languages. Like it should just be like you should try to do the best you can. Damn. That's annoying. I think like even Go solves a lot of problems that a lot of older languages, you know, are running into. Like speed might be a very needed thing in the future when we're running these more complex systems where speed matters. I get why Rust wants to replace a lot of things that C's done, because C's a hard language. It's hard to maintain. Humans make mistakes, and because they make these mistakes, the fuck, did he have flying or something? Like, no, damn. All right, guys, this was a short stream because it was a long day. I will see everyone tomorrow for a longer stream because it will be a shorter day, and you all have a good night.